Hey, it's Stefan. Welcome to the InfoTech Accelerator. So, I'm going to talk about how to scale your IT or B2B service business by 10x in 12 months or less using omni-channel outreach and lethal sales processes. Let's dive in. It's the most effective vehicle to scaling up your B2B IT service business in the shortest amount of time possible. Now, you might be wondering, how is this possible? So, transformations include matter-of-fact software. They had no lead generation process, and in a few months, they're booking 9 book calls per month with an opportunity value of 100K plus. Leads included IBM, enterprise banks, and other corporates, as well as SMEs and startups. Here's an example of a lead. Here's an example of the data. So they had 27 appointments over a 3-month period, and that continued into the long term. Another transformation, Costas, 80K deal in 2 months. That was for software services. Another pipeline was filled in 1.5 months, $82,000. Another 10 leads were generated in just 1 month and continued for the long term for a high ticket B2B service. Cybersecurity service, 10 new leads every single month. Another deal in 1.5 months just from working with us. So who's this for? If you're trying to break out the cycle between too much work and too little, and feel that even if you've got enough projects, the talent might not be readily available. You might own or run a company, but find it hard to build an extra sales pipeline along with all the other stuff you already do. You may deliver a great service and want to hit those really big companies and big months. You already have technical expertise in your area and want to sell this at scale. Maybe marketing and sales isn't your area of expertise, and potentially other lead generation agencies might have let you down in the past, or it feels like there's nobody who understands or delivers leads in your unique niche. With many people out there who aren't so tech savvy, it's not surprising. Sure, there might be a recession or your competitor might have a nice product, but there's always demand since software needs to be rewritten, tech needs to be implemented, and new IT is always required. So who is this not for? Beginners with no case study who don't have an end goal in mind. If that's you, take a look at our accelerator docs. Happy to send those across. It's also not for people if you don't work in IT, software, cyber, tech, any kind of B2B IT niche. If you do, you're in the right place. So the core concept is that there's a general knack of knowledge around outbound prospecting and effective sales technique, especially for technical services. So the truth of the matter is that once you see consistent lead flow from additional services, things really begin to fall into place. Software IT companies must use LinkedIn outreach to get into the market, but no one knows how to do it. No one teaches this stuff. Most founders are not professional marketers. We're the only type of people solely focused on solving this problem. So a bit about me, I did a maths degree at Bristol and then went and became an intern at Red Bull. Shortly after, I joined KPMG and I worked at an algorithmic trading bank for a bit. At KPMG, I built B2B products for multiple corporates such as Santander and sold them for millions. And then I quit as the youngest ever product manager and got an offer to join Goldman Sachs as a young product manager. But I turned that down and instead went over to Leadsparker to set up, and grow other companies in this niche. So we got 50 plus, B2B tech clients, including the following, and there's a lot more too. So we delivered, services for a variety of companies, including Forbes listed, anywhere from solopreneurs to 500 plus size companies. So we've been there many times around the block and done that. Let's say that. So background stories I put in the last 2.5 years to learn about the ins and outs of how to use outbound channels for marketing, so you don't have to. Went from a mind-numbing day job, frustrating work culture and having self-interested bosses, to filling up my calendar with 100 plus calls every single month with quality leads and building a 6, 7, and 8-figure business that helps on other entrepreneurs, sales professionals, and B2B organizations do the same. I've worked in software engineering, IT, tech, mainly as a tech consultant at KPMG, and scaled such businesses now. If you have a great product or service, if you have an offer that stands out in the market, if you have, a buyer first value driven lead generation system, if you have an authentic personalized outreach process, you are the ultimate outbound seller. You can get as many qualified leads per month that you can handle with amazing ROI. You can stop wasting time talking to people who are a bad fit and start helping people who truly need your service. You can scale your service and your impact. 2.5 years later, more and more people want to know how I do it and if it would work for them. My mission is to get that solution into the hands of the market, i.e. you who need it most. So step 1, define your offer clearly and develop a clear pricing strategy. If you offer varying services, going to lead to chaos. Chaos will lead to burnout and an inability to scale. Here's a process flow of how things might look if we work together. You start with defining a clear offer, all the way to generating leads, all the way to testimonials, all the way to seeing how the solution scales, and then whether your sales team can handle volume and implementing that team for you. So the point is to lay the foundation for future growth that seamlessly falls into place without the hiccups of a DIY approach. Here's Oranger and what we did for them, 80 grand, just 2 months, and sales pipeline filled up. Define your offer clearly and develop a clear pricing strategy. So does your offer have to work the first time? No. There should be iterations, and there likely will be until it resonates very well with your market. So you're both getting great leads and a great close rate. How does pricing strategy work? Well, you want to maximize the chance of winning a customer while minimizing the cost reduction, and then being able to stack this and scale it. Step 2, build a new additional lead generation funnel along with the sales process. Without consistent leads and sales, your business will experience ups and downs as well as stagnant growth. So we did this in Matter of Fact software. They had no lead generation process. We were generating the leads from corporates such as IBM, and they were getting good sales opportunities regularly. So this additional outsourced pipeline allows you to grow your business without worrying about getting new customers. So are you already generating leads? That's okay. We A/B test a lot, and you can never have enough good leads, right? So if you don't understand our funnel, basically it's a cold outreach funnel using email, LinkedIn. These work on bringing in new customers and require new methods of closing. How do you close these leads? Well, we set up this process for you from start to finish using the best techniques in the market at the time, using all the data we have available for things that work the best. So key points: define your offer clearly, develop a clear pricing strategy, build a new additional lead generation funnel, and then set up a top-tier sales process. And you will experience exponential growth. Here's an example just from ourselves. We started off at the beginning with minimal lead flow, and then we were generating too many appointments to handle. We had to get really good with qualifying them. So we're getting really good leads into our system and closing them at a high rate. As part of our process, we'll give you sales scripts, for example, and qualified high-ticket mechanisms. So you have 2 options. Number 1, you could do it yourself. It would take you a long time to isolate your niche. You would struggle building your outbound process and validating it with free resources. If you don't have strong copywriting skills. The process would get a false negative. You could struggle with outbound prospecting itself, either the wrong message, wrong sequence, or wrong tools. You can struggle with a scalable fulfillment model. So does the backend work properly if you get taking more clients? You could struggle with building a sales process that handles leads from outbound prospecting. As you can see, it's extremely challenging to line up all the pieces properly, and you have to spin multiple plates. If you've never done this before, there is a good chance you will fail or run out of money. Or you could work with LeadSparker, where we work with you and your team for 3 to 6 or more months to help you set up and validate a cold outbound process that delivers rock-solid ROI for your business. Once again, this is for B2B IT company owners looking to grow their business faster, tech and IT business owners looking to scale up, or brand new tech businesses looking to validate and make a substantial dent in the market. As you can see, we did this for Oranger. In just 2 months, we got them a deal worth £80,000. We worked with Cryptiv, who are a cybersecurity company. Here's an example of some of the leads and the rates. Cronver, we're a database software solutions company. We were selling their database software solutions to banks doing an annual revenue of 100 mil plus. So we can get these good leads in. Let's do the same for you. Let's have a call. Let's